okay? It's time. Let's do this. But first, hello? Welcome. I am Simon. And about 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago because this is my third year. So 2 years ago, I decided to make a video where I rank all the songs on my Apple Music Replay. And it's one of my favorite things I do at the end of the year / at the start of the next year. It's so fun. I have the absolute time of my life. So that's what we're doing today. I took my 2025 Apple Music Replay, at least specifically the playlist they make you that has all of your most streamed songs, all 100 of them, because apparently Spotify gives you like your top 10, which is stupid, whatever. I took my playlist that has 100, and then me and the besties share our Apple Music, so I pulled some of the songs out, like I pulled out about a third of the songs that were hers, and then we're gonna rank all the others. Actually, that's a lie. I introduced one more rule change, so for definitely last year when I got really into Lorde's Melodrama, the year before I actually had all of Sour on my Apple Music Replay and I didn't include it because I would have felt judged because I was less honest on the internet than I am now. But I made a new rule, okay? I made a new system, which is that if every song off an album is on the Apple Music Replay, I'm just doing the album. Because by the time I was on my like fourth song off of Melodrama, I had nothing new to say. So like, for example, all of Callum Hood's solo album is on here. I'm just gonna rank it all in one shot, because there's 10 songs on it, and they're all on the album. You know what I mean. Like, if all the songs are on the album is going on as its own entity. Also, just to cover bases, this is my Apple Music Replay, right? These are my opinions based off my most streamed songs. I do not expect anyone but the bestie to have the same Apple Music Replay I do. And I don't expect anyone to have the same opinions about all the songs I'm going to talk about. So you can disagree with everything. You can do your own Apple Music Replay ranking. That's totally fine. I love that for all of us. Okay, here's my screen. Let's run through the tiers, okay? So bottom tier is it's good. I usually have like a tier at the bottom where it's like I had a moment or like let me explain or something like that. I don't think I had any songs like that. Like I don't think I had any songs this year where I wouldn't proudly be like, yes, I streamed the fuck out of this song, what of it? So we just start at the bottom with It's Good, then a great song, these two self-explanatory. Then we have Amazing, Incredible, Fantastic. The bestie recently pointed out to me that I use one of 3 verbs to describe a song I really, really like, which is amazing, incredible, or fantastic. And I did feel really called out by that. But it's its own tier now. Amazing, Incredible, Fantastic, these are songs that I love, that I'm a little bit crazy about. Then we have Genuinely Life-Altering. This is where, like, we've surpassed just the song is great, right? Like, Amazing, Incredible, Fantastic, it's all about the song. Genuinely Life-Altering means it did something to my psyche, to my mind. It altered me. And then we have Unhyperbolic Masterpiece. These are the best songs. These are, my favorite. B, I'm crazy about them. C, they changed my life. Or, for several at this point, they've just been on this tier list every year. So, like, where the fuck else am I gonna put them? Anyway, starting us off is Umbrella by Infinite. Amazing, Incredible, Fantastic. I feel like that's low as I put it there, but that is where it's gonna go. Umbrella, here's the thing with the new Infinite album. The Infinite album that came out this year, I did talk about it, and I loved that album. That album restored my faith in humanity, and I would put Umbrella higher, except there's one other song from that album that's on this tier list that I'm genuinely deranged about. But Umbrella is so good. It's so cool. The music is fantastic. The vocals are incredible. I really think it's so fascinating that Infinite, 15 years into their career, are still able to put out some of the best songs released in 2025. Next, we have Alright by Kendrick Lamar. I did continue my Kendrick Lamar obsession this year that I had begun, frankly, a decade ago, probably, at this point. But Alright is the one that took focus. It's a great song. Alright is a great song. Like, what do you want me to tell you? It's Alright by Kendrick Lamar. It's a great song. Then we have Balloons by Tyler, the Creator, and Doechii. I am gonna put it in Amazing, Incredible, Fantastic. Although, like, you could push it into Life-Altering. Just, like, a little bit. I had a Doechii obsession this year. We are far from done with Miss Doechii for this tier list. And Balloons is one of the songs that really took focus, because I also really like Chromacopia. So, like, the two really coalesced in my psyche into me having a deep and feral obsession with Balloons. And it's a great song. Doechii's verse is great. Tyler is great. It's a fantastic experience. Alright, X by Close Your Eyes. I'm putting it in its good because it's good by Close Your Eyes standards. And I need to specify, Close Your Eyes is probably my favorite rookie of 2025, by which I mean I don't know who else I would pick. At least musically, their catalog is so stellar. It's actually crazy. So, like, by their standards, X is a good song. It's a good song. If, like, ATEEZ came out and put out X, maybe not ATEEZ. If, like, modern day The Boys put out X, I'd be feral. I'd be clawing up the walls because it's so good. Oh, I did forget to mention this, and I probably should have. We're going in the order of the list, right? So, like, my bottom song was Umbrella, and my number one song, the last song we're going to rank, is my number one song of the year. I should have specified that. With that, All Night by Astro, is now when I want to admit this. We might as well. So I'm remaking my History of Astro. If you've watched my recent History ofs, I've mentioned that I'm, like, remaking one, and that it's big, and that one is Astro. I am remaking my History of Astro. It has been an adventure. It'll be out for their anniversary. But All Night is the song that really, like, took focus, because that's my favorite Astro song. And that's an unhyperbolic masterpiece. That is a song that I genuinely think is one of the greatest K-pop songs released in the back half of the 2010s. Like, because I think for 2010s K-pop music, you really do have to split it down the middle, more or less. Like, the music that was going on in 2014 is so different than the music that was going on in 2016. But for the back half of the 2010s, All Night is truly the perfect pop song. It has everything. Like, the choreography is cool, the music is fantastic, the vocals, the raps, all of it. It's the perfect song. Helium by ENHYPEN, I'm gonna put in it's good. I think it's good both by ENHYPEN standards and in general. I have recently become very aware, and by recently I mean when I made my ENHYPEN deep dive. Frankly, I could have a tier on this list that's just, I was making a deep dive, or I was making a video, because a third of the songs would fall into that category. But for my ENHYPEN deep dive, I did realize that I do really like ENHYPEN's music. Like, they have songs I hate, they have songs I can't stand, and then they have so many songs that I do actually really like. Helium is good. I think it's a good song. Like, it's fun. It's this just, like, campy pop rock banger. I think on, like, other albums I would like it more, but specifically for their latest album, I did really like their latest album. Helium is one of the best songs on there, but it's not the number one. And we'll get to her. For now, let's talk about Fever. So, Fever is one of my most streamed songs of all time. I learned that this year, when Apple Music decided to drop your most streamed songs of all time. I was made aware that Fever is one of my most streamed songs of all time. And it's also not its first time on this tier list. So I'm putting it in unhyperbolic masterpiece because it's been here, I think this is its second, if not third year on this tier list. There's one song I know that's been here every year. But Fever is cool, and it's dark, and it's sexy, ignoring the fact that it was made by children. Like, it's such a good, sexy, dark R&B song that I'm so mad they never did again. First, Hooky by To Us is another good song. I think it's not... Is it a great song? No, it's not. It's not a great song, but it is good, and it's fun, and it's cute. I was working on a To Us video for a while, which is why you're going to see a lot of To Us on this tier list. But also, it's a good song. It's fun and it's cute, and it's very like the vibes they debuted with, because it's off their debut album. It's very those vibes, but like in the perfect like cutesy embodiment. We have finally hit Genuinely Life-Altering, which is Deserved by OnePact. This song is fan-fucking-tastic, okay? This is one of those songs where I feel like all the other songs I've talked about so far are either songs by big artists that have already like kind of peaked, or just songs that were popular. And then you have Deserved by OnePact. Deserved is like the coolest electric pop song I've heard this year. Coolest explicitly. Because it's so good. It's so fascinating. For starters, like, the song itself is fantastic, right? Like, the song is so cool. The music is incredible. But also, like, it altered my psyche. I spent like a full week listening to nothing but OnePact this year. It's because Deserved is that girl. Deserved is that bitch. We all need to stream it, and I feel like no one was talking about it when it came out, like, because there are songs that are so cool, like, that are this level of so cool and so good, that, like, it comes out when, like, even if no one's really talking about the group, I'll see random people talking about it on Twitter. I didn't see anyone fucking talk about this song. I found this song, actually, I didn't find this song. The Bestie found this song, and then was like, you need to listen to it, and I was like, oh, okay, and then I listened to it, and now here we are. Next we have Where You Are by Infinite, and that was genuinely life-altering. Where You Are changed my perception of current pop music in a way that I wasn't prepared for off of an Infinite album. Infinite, Swear You Are, reminded me of the concept of like 2013 summer boy group pop. Like that kind of like a bright but still like grand. To be fair, Infinite specifically is not a fair comparison because like Infinite has always made like the most insane music known to man. But it reminded me of like fun, a grand orchestral but still like synthy and dancey pop music that I feel like boy groups now are not doing right. And then Infinite in their 30s showed up and were like, let's do it. And then it changed my entire psyche. Next we have, this one is specifically Fuck You Eyes off of Willoughby Tucker. And it is amazing, incredible, and fantastic. I do really like it. I did, of course, have an Ethel Cain moment this year, because who among us didn't amongst the pop enjoyers? Her album, to be fair, because this isn't about the album, this is just the song, but her album is so good. I have a weird psychological obsession with Preacher's Daughter. Me and the Bester were talking about it, actually. We talked about this at length. We were like, which is better, Willoughby Tucker or Preacher's Daughter? I'm Preacher's Daughter, she's Willoughby Tucker, but Fuck You Eyes is so good. It's so beautiful in like that sort of like heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching way that Ethel Cain is really good at. One of Your Girls by Troye Sivan is the song that has been here every year for a fact. Like, I know this 100% with no doubts in my mind. That song has been on my Apple Music Replay for 3 straight years now. Watch one of the other videos. It's everything to me. It's one of my favorite songs ever made. Next we have I Like It by NCT's Dream. That's also gonna go in Genuinely Life-Altering. NCT's Dream is a group that has been fascinating me. To be fair, I've been obsessed with them for a decade. But they've been fascinating me for the past like 2 years now, because they've been releasing their best albums for the past 2 years. Like their last 2 fulls are their 2 best albums. And it's not even like a little bit close. Like their last full, not the like their last full, the Chiller one. The I Like It one, the one this album. It's so good and it's so cool and no one fucking cared. No one batted an eye. Same thing with their last album. Their Dreamscape album is so good and no one cared. No one moved. No one batted an eye. And I think that's so interesting. But I Like It is probably the best song on their new album. It's so good. It reminds me a lot of like the way that Heavenly was described when people were talking about their Dreamscape album and everyone was like, so this is their best song. Like this is their most like just objectively good song. And that's how I feel about Like It with this album. Like the Go Back to the Future album, I feel like I Like It is that bitch. It is that girl. Like it is that song that it's like, if you wanted a resume of like the kind of insane, dancey, funky pop music that Dream can make, this is the song I would give you, right? Like this is the embodiment of it and it's so good. Next we have Freedom by Beyonce. Do I need to explain or defend Freedom by Beyonce? Here's why the song is here, actually. I'll give you the answer. There was a certain day in September, I believe, where a certain event occurred, and everyone else was streaming No One Mourns the Wicked, and I was streaming Freedom by Beyonce, and then I got called out that same day for smiling too much. So I listened to Freedom by Beyonce even more. I listened to Freedom by Beyonce like 10 times that day. And then one of my coworkers was like, did you hear? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, why are you like smiling? And I was like, because I'm glad, because I'm happy, and I have no regrets about it. Anyway, Sticky Like by Rise. I'm debating Genuinely Life-Altering and Amazing, Incredible, Fantastic. I think it's life-altering. I think Sticky Like by Rise reminded me of the caliber of music Rise used to make. Right? Because Rise used to make, like, the best music we'd heard all year, right? Like, when they were releasing songs like Get a Guitar, Impossible, Boom Boom Bass, like, they had such a good run of singles, and then they completely fell off. Then their music got really meh really fast, and Sticky Like, and I talked about this album, actually. But for this album, aside from Fame, I don't like Fame, but Sticky Like and the first song, Something's in the Water, are songs that remind me of like what Rise could be if they locked the fuck back in. Because Sticky Like is so good. Sticky Like is one of my favorite songs released this year. Like, not even in the sense of like streaming. It would be higher if it had come out earlier in the year type of thing, right? Because like Sticky Like is one of the perfect pop songs in my life. I think it's so good. I think it's so cool. I think it's a sound that Rise needs to keep doing, and I know they're not going to. Next we have our other Rise song, which is Another Life. Another Life is going in Amazing, Incredible, Fantastic. Another Life is so good, and it's so cool, and it's so interesting. And I feel like it's one of those songs. It's like the one song off their full, because I do not like their full very much. It's the one song off their full that I did really like. And I think it's just because of the way it builds. This song builds so well. Like, it's such a gorgeous instrumentation. If you just, like, don't listen to the vocals for a second and you do listen to the music is so good. But also the vocals are popping off. Like, Zoe in this song is wilding the fuck out. It's such a good song. Flashover by Enhypen is also going to go in Amazing, Incredible, Fantastic. Enhypen used to do this thing where they had vocal, like, spoken intros, and then at some point they just stopped doing that and started making normal intro songs, and since then their intros are their best songs. Like, this, Moonstruck, and the one off their special EP that I'm forgetting the name of, are their best intros. And, like, not just their best intros, like, those are always consistently some of the best songs on the album. And Flashover starts that. Flashover is, like, cool and dancey and, like, almost electronic and synthy. It's so good. It's so fun. It's a sound I want more from them. Die With a Smile by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga is going in a great song. I'm noticing now as I look at this tier list, I have a lot of songs not in a great song. And I don't know why that is. I need to rethink that. But for now, Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, Die With a Smile. It's fun. It's cute. The vocals are incredible. I will say, for me personally, I feel like this is a song where, like, I didn't get it when I first heard it. And then one day a switch flipped and I got it and I listened to it 20 times. I don't know what else to tell you. It's Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. You've heard the song. You have opinions on it. Next we have American Teenager by Ethel Cain. That was genuinely life-altering to me. Admittedly, more so when, like, I first heard it last year, I guess, I would assume. It altered my life, but, like, now's when we're discussing it. So now it's going in genuinely life-altering. American Teenager is the perfect pop song. I know Ethel Cain had, like, a whole thing that she said when, like, she made the song. She was like, I don't want people to think I'm just making, like, pop music now, because, like, I'm not fucking doing that. And, like, I think it was on the Mike the Snare video where he ranked all the albums, where he, like, said that What's It Called was, like, a response to American Teenager being the song that blew up. And I respect that, and I like all of her music. But, like, I can't deny that I'm a pop girly and American Teenager is the best pop song ever made. Nissan Altima by Doechii, I'm putting in a great song because I feel like it's where it belongs. I do think it's really good. My main thing with it is, it's a song, this is a weird thing, but I need you to walk with me here. With my brain and the way my brain works, I need a lot going on to, like, be able to lock in. And it means that when I'm at work, one of my go-to songs if I need to lock in is Nissan Altima. And I'll just, like, be mouthing along to the rap while I'm, like, entering gifts or, like, making thank you letters at work or whatever. To the point that, like, one of my coworkers clocked it and was like, are you, like, good? Like, what are you listening to that you're talking so fast? And I was like, so I'm listening to Nissan Altima by Doechii. And she was like, oh, okay. And then walked away because she has no idea who Doechii is. How to Dance by Close Your Eyes. I'm going to put it in life altering. Close Your Eyes, we have established, has the best discography of the 2025 rookie crew. And How to Dance is my favorite song by them. It's not their best song, and it's not the #1 song on this tier list. Like, there's another Close Your Eyes song later. But, like, I do think it's their best song. It is the perfect, like, chill, but still insanely poppy dance song that, like, meshed perfectly in a way that makes my brain burst into flames and go crazy, and I've listened to it all the time since. Random Play By To Us is going in a great song, entirely because there's 2 other songs from that album that are on this, and by comparison, it's not that girl, but Random Play is a great song. To Us is so interesting to me because they consistently make the best music, and they're, like, the least popular of the hype boy groups. And that's so fascinating because, like, they consistently are making the best music. Like, if you told me right now, gun to my head, rank every hype boy group based exclusively on discography, I'm putting To Us at #1. Schiller by NCT Dream is going and it's good. I'm frankly unsure how this song ended up so high because I don't listen to it that often. Like, I feel like it's a song where, like, I have the songs, like, I like it, I go out and I seek out and I listen to I like it. For Chiller, I think it's a mix of, I listen to that album in its entirety a lot, and then, since Chiller was the single, it comes on autoplay a lot more, and I have to assume that's it. I don't know why this song's so high. Like, it's a good song, but, like, it's not this high on the Apple Music replay level good. Got Me Started by Troye Sivan, I am going to put in genuinely life-altering, because it altered my life. This is a song where this is another one where, like, I didn't get it And then one day I woke up, and specifically it was when I was going to see him live. Like, I started listening to the set list, and this is the song that opened the set list, and I was like, now wait a minute. Now wait a damn minute. And here we are. This is another one where, like, it's one of my favorite songs of this decade, even. Like, I think it's just such a perfect pop song that, like, again, no one appreciated enough but me. Abracadabra by Lady Gaga is amazing, incredible, fantastic. It's Lady Gaga. It's Lady Gaga doing her Lady Gaga thing in her perfect Lady Gaga form. It's everything. It's everything to me. I will say, I went to her concert when she was here, me and the bestie went, and it was so fun. And I'm taking this moment to highlight that because it was so fun. And then I was at a conference, actually. I had a work conference in Seattle the next day, and I was there with some coworkers, and I ran into, like, one of them, or we were in a session together or something. And she was like, oh, you went to Lady Gaga last night. How was it? And I was like, oh my God, it was so fun. And then she texted me that night from the concert because she went to, like, night 2. And I was like, well, yes, we should all go to Lady Gaga. And then I joked with her that we should do a team outing, and she said yes, and then my boss said no. Next we have In a Dream, the song, and I'm putting it in a great song. It is a great song. I think, here's my thing, I think the In a Dream EP as, like, a project, as if we can put it on par with his other, like, studio albums, I think it is underhyped. Okay, I think it deserved more love and more attention. However, I also think that In a Dream as a song on its own is not on par with, like, Got Me Started and One of Your Girls, so, like, I can't put it there. And I also don't think it's on par with, like, the amazing, incredible, fantastic song, so I am putting it in a great song. Let me defend it. This is a song I'm going to defend. I got in, like, a weird quasi-depression this summer. Depression is not the right term for it because I wasn't really depressed, but the only way I could, like, snap myself out of my funk was by listening specifically to the In a Dream EP. Like, specifically, I listened to 10 out of 10. I would listen to Rage Your Teenager, and I would listen to Easy, and I would listen to In a Dream. And then In a Dream is the song that, like, really stuck with me. And then I listened to it all the time for, like, 2 weeks, and then I was normal again. So here we are. Oh, The Chaser by Infinite. What is there to say about The Chaser by Infinite that has not already been said by, like, Rolling Stone? Right? Like, The Chaser by Infinite is the greatest K-pop song ever made. Everyone knows this. This is not new information, and I won't deny it. Infinite really got me this year. I was actually going to make an Infinite deep dive, and it is, like, 60 pages long, and then I didn't have time, so I never made it. But one day I'll bust those notes out. But until then, The Chaser by Infinite's the perfect song. Like, again, what is there to say about The Chaser by Infinite that hasn't been said by, like, Billboard.com? Right? Like, everyone knows The Chaser is the best K-pop song ever made. It's widely considered that. So, like, what do you even want me to tell you? Of course it's an unhyperbolic masterpiece. Extra by Doechii and Jennie. I'm putting it in a great song. This is another one where, like, my obsessions really coalesced because, again, I had my Doechii obsession this year, and then I also really liked Ruby by Jennie. And then those two combined into Extra being my favorite song. And it is. Doechii's verse is so good. The beat to that song is so good. It's a great song. What's Your Name by the one and only Lee Dong-hyuk, aka Haechan, is going in genuinely life-altering. I adore that song. I think that song is so cool. I will say, listen, I love a good R&B moment from that man, but, like, he decided to make, at the same time, one of the best dance pop songs of the year, and we don't appreciate that enough. We societally did not appreciate the true insanity that is What's Your Name by Lee Haechan, aka Dong-hyuk, because it's so good. It's so cool. The music is incredible. Whoever produced it, I don't know who produced it. Whoever produced it, give them some form of award. Can't Stop by Tuxed is also going to go in life-altering. I feel like Tuxed and Dream are very similar groups, actually, in terms of, like, their reception from the public, in the sense that they both were, like, consistently the only groups charting, at least, like, boy groups that were able to, like, consistently chart singles for a while. And then all of a sudden, everyone stopped paying attention to them, including me, frankly, for Tuxed. I don't listen to their music anymore. But, at least not their new music. But then I heard Can't Stop. Then I think I actually saw someone, like, on Twitter talking about Can't Stop, and I was like, let me check it out. And then I did check it out, and it's frankly, like, that kind of, like, borderline hyperpop that I'm deeply unwell about. It's so cool. It's so good. I listened to it nonstop for 3 days. Out of Love by Ziva. I am going to put it in It's Good. I'm going to put it in It's Good because objectively it's a good song that I'm specifically crazy about, but I don't think it's, like, great or amazing, if that makes sense. The main things going for it are just that it's a pop rock song and a unit song, and those two things both make me go crazy on their own, and then you combine them with Z-Bone. And also I did my Z-Bone deep dive. Again, I could have a tier on this list that is I made a deep dive and like a third of the songs are going to end up in there. American Requiem by Beyonce. Amazing, incredible, fantastic. I saw Beyonce this year. Like, I flew to New York City. Actually, I flew to Newark because the show was in Newark. But I flew to Newark, and then me and some friends went to the Beyonce concert that was there, and it changed my entire life. However, American Requiem, like, when I saw Beyonce for the Renaissance tour, that whole set list became, like, immediate, like, the only thing I was listening to. I probably listened to no one but Beyonce for a month straight. However, now I listen to Beyonce more sparingly, by which I mean she is still my most streamed artist this year, but I listen to like a wider range of Beyonce, which means that I didn't like exclusively listen to like Cowboy Carter or the Cowboy Carter tour set list, which meant that American Requiem was like the one song that really slipped through the cracks and made it onto my Apple Music replay because that song is beautiful. That song is incredible. I think that that's another song where like I didn't get it and then I saw it live and now I don't understand how no one else gets it. Melt Inside My Pocket by NCT Wish. Is this our first Wish song? Oh my god, it is. It's a great song. Melt Inside My Pocket is a great song. It's so fun and it's so dancey. Wish is another group where like their discography is so good. Their catalog is so good that no one but me appreciates. Me and the bestie. The bestie gets them like I do. But like, their catalog is so good. I love Wish's music. One day I'm going to make a deep dive on Wish, and it's going to be 45 years of me just like hyping up their music, and then I'm going to be like, oh yeah, they also are popular. Blue by Z-Bone, I am putting in genuinely life-altering. I adore that song. That song altered something in my mind. Okay, like I said this in my Z-Bone deep dive, but like, it did something to my brain. It tickled a specific part of my brain that I can't hit specifically. I know the horns at the start do make me go crazy, but in general, I think Blue is their best single. Like, of their mainline lead singles, I think Blue is their best. Or my favorite, I can't decide. It's Good So Bad and Blue are going to be the two that I'm going to be like, one's their best and one's my favorite. And I'm going to have to be both of them at the same time so that one always has one of them. But Blue is so good. Blue is so cool. It's so unique amongst what the other boy groups are doing. It's so good. Overthinking by To Us is, no, go up one. It's a great song. Overthinking by To Us is a great song. I think it's fun. Here's the thing. I said that To Us has the best catalog of hype groups. And that is true. That is a fact. However, I didn't like their new album very much. Like their latest mini, I didn't like it very much. Overthinking was the one exception. Overthinking was like the one song where I was like, okay, like this is it. Like this is the song that A should have been the single and B is the song that I'm going to be feral about, and then here we are. Like I listened to like for their EP earlier in the year, I listened to all of it. Right? Like I would listen to the whole thing. And for their latest album, I listened to just Overthinking, and here we are. Now playing by To Us, I am going to put in genuinely life-altering as well, because it is. I feel like, here's my thing with Now Playing. I have two thoughts I've said a million times about Now Playing. I think it should have been called Closing Credits, or Ending Credits, and it should have been the final song on the album, because Now Playing is like the perfect hyperpop song to me. It's again that like sort of like borderline hyperpop that's really fucking good and hits so perfectly for me. Like, it's fun, and it's cute, and it's dancey, and it's catchy, and it's poppy, and it's everything. I Hate Fruits is going in Unhyperbolic Masterpiece because that is my favorite NCT Dream song. Potentially of all time. I certainly think it's their best. I think it's so cool and so unique. It's a song, I've said this before, it's a song that I can't listen to once, right? Like, I listen to I Hate Fruits and then I finish I Hate Fruits and I'm like, no, I need to do that again. And I put on I Hate Fruits again, which is probably why it has been in my Apple Music Replay for 2 straight years. But it's so good. It's so cool. I want them to, like, take that sound, and I want an album. Like, I want a full album that's just dissecting that one sound and making songs like that. I need to become in charge of NCT Dreams Productions. Alright, people, we have hit our first album. This is the Snow Angel album by Just Be. It's going in genuinely life-altering, because it is genuinely life-altering. This album came out in November. 4 of the songs are in my top 10 of my Apple Music Replay. So you could say I liked it a lot, and I did. It's like actual hyperpop music. Like, it's this like chaotic, borderline rocky hyperpop that, frankly, Just Be, I made a Just Be deep dive this year, and in that video I talked all about how Just Be's like always experimenting with their sound, always changing things up, and I kind of don't want them to do that anymore. I kind of want them to just keep making the songs that are on this album forever, because all the songs are really good. Like, if you don't engage with Just Be's music, but you do enjoy, like, the kind of hyperpop we've been getting from K-pop, go listen to, like, it's electronic hyperpop, and it's everything to me. Still 3 p.m. by NCT, which, in spite of being this high, I'm actually also going to put in a great song. I think the chorus itself is incredibly goated. If we were just talking chorus, I'm putting in, like, genuinely life-altering, but as a song, I think it's a great song. I don't think that I particularly like it as much as I do other songs that are above it on this tier list. Actually, same thing with All My Poetry. Same thing with All My Poetry. All My Poetry, I think, is similar to Chiller in the sense that, like, I think because it's the single and because I listen to the group and that album a lot, it got just, like, bumped up a lot higher. Plus, the bestie loves that song. So, like, I get it. All My Poetry is really good, though. All My Poetry is fantastic. It is a great song. It's so cool. It's like, I love that Close Your Eyes are a group of, like, really young children, and yet they still make incredible R&B music. Like, that's so interesting to me. Because All My Poetry is one of the best Korean, like, K-pop R&B songs I've heard this year, if not in years. I also think it's one of my favorite debuts in years, but that one I have to sit with more. I will say, though, it's a great song, and I really like it. Callum Hood's Order, Chaos, Order, I am going to put in Genuinely Life-Altering if I can get it in there. I'm putting it in Genuinely Life-Altering because, here's the thing. The Bestie's like a big 5 Seconds of Summer fan. I'm a moderate enjoyer of their music, I guess I'd describe it as. Like, I like their music. They make good music, but I wouldn't, like, go listen to Callum Hood's solo album. Until the Bestie made me go listen to Callum Hood's solo album, and then I listened to Callum Hood's solo album all the time. All 10 songs off that album made it onto the Apple Music Replay. It was my most streamed album this year. Like, it altered my life. I'm not fixing the crop. We all have to deal with it. Chest by Just Be is also going to go in Genuinely Life Alter. Actually, no, I lied. It's going in on Hyperbolic Masterpiece. That song was, like, okay, modern Just Be, aka their last album, is like the electronic hyperpop that they started doing with Chest. Chest was so good. I made an hour-long video about Just Be just to give me an excuse to talk about Chest, okay? I think Chest is just, it's one of the best songs I've heard this year, and it's another song that, like, no one's talking about, because no one listens to Just Be but me. And I'll carry that torch. I'll be the one person left on Earth streaming Chest by Just Be, because Chest by Just Be is so good, and it's so cool, and it's so excellent, and I feel like more boy groups need to start copying them. Closing out our tier list, we have Lucky to Be Loved by 2US. Of course, it's a non-hyperbolic masterpiece. I feel disingenuous if I don't put my #1 song for the year in non-hyperbolic masterpiece, because it makes me feel like a flop, but Lucky to Be Loved is 2US's best song. Dare I say it's the best song HYBE has released from a boy group in, like, the 2020s. I think it's so cool, and it's so good, and it's just, it's in my mind at all times. I love it so dearly. It's a non-hyperbolic masterpiece. Anyway, those are my most streamed songs. There was a part of me that wanted to cheat. I'm going to be honest with you, because we're honest on this channel. There's a part of me that wanted to cheat and just, like, throw some songs in at the bottom, because there are a couple songs that were on my Apple Music Replay all year that I do love, and I do want to talk about, and then they got bumped out when Snow Angel came out and it put 5 new songs on my Apple Music Replay. Like, songs that got bumped out at the very end were 2 songs from Sinners. I Lied to You and Pale Pale Moon were both on there. Like Jenny was on there. Wildflower by Park Hyo-shin is actually quite often on my Apple Music Replay, because I'll listen to it a lot at the start of the year, and then I won't listen to it after that, so it'll, like, slowly start slipping down again. This has happened like 3 times now, where Wildflower by Park Hyo-shin will make it onto the replay in, like, the top 20, and then I don't listen to it after the month of, like, May, and it just slowly slips down, and then it disappears. So, like, that song was on there. Dangerous by Infinite was on there. There was another Astra song on there. Devil's Game by Z-Bone was on there. There were a lot of songs on there that, like, I do love, and I do want to hype up. One of these days, I'm just going to have to throw the Bestie off my Apple Music so that I can know what my actual top 100 songs are. But not today, because that's the Bestie. But until that day, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts down below. Let me know how you feel. Like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I'll be fine either way. In the description, I will put the other versions of this that I've done. I've done it for my 2023 and my 2024 Apple Music Replay, so I will put both of those down there. You may watch them if you so choose. And yeah, thank you again for watching.